man, we got a good one going on in Michigan State. Have you guys read this USA Today article and seen the craziness that has happened with Michigan State football coach Mel Tucker? Man, and Brenda Tracy. So, for those of you who don't know, she was a rape victim a long time ago, and you got to read through this article. If you guys haven't read this article, this is probably one of the most comprehensive ones that I've read. There's a ton of them out there that have a lot of different sources. I've been reading up on them all morning, but basically, guys, this is incredible. Either we have one of two scenarios. Either Mel Tucker is the dumbest human being to ever walk the face of the earth, or Mel had a side chick and she wanted him to choose, and he chose his wife, and old girl buried him. So there's a lot to get into in this story, but let's get into it. Let's just get right off the bat. So the first things first, Michigan State released Mel Tucker and then rescinded the release and suspended him without pay. Okay? Apparently, according to his contract, which was 10 years, $95 million, the only way that he couldn't get paid is if he did this shit. Hey, man, I'm going to throw this out there. That snapper ain't worth $80 million, bro. Just ain't. I ain't even never met one that's close. I don't care who it is. $80 million. And this is why I say either one of two scenarios, folks, because either he is incredibly unintelligent, knowing what your contract says, and then getting on the phone and giving yourself the old hanky pank with a Me Too activist on the other end of the phone. I don't like to say there's 0% chance, but there's like a 0.1% chance that these two didn't have a much more serious relationship. And if you go through this article, there were some things about her, and she doesn't say any of this. She obviously omits all these parts on her side of the story, right? Basically, she would talk to his assistant about their marriage. She said she wanted a sugar daddy. She said, oh, if you weren't this or if you weren't married and blah, blah, like, come on, man. Come on, man. We all know what happened here. We can all read between the lines. She was, I think, and this is my opinion, right? I don't know this. This is my opinion. I think her and Mel, they had a little side thing going. I think she was a side chick and she wanted to become the main piece. And he was like, no, he's been married for 20 years. No. You ain't, no. And she told him, and here's why I think that this has been something that she's been planning for a long time. And I think she released this when she did on purpose, truly. Because there's according to this article, there's 1,200 pages of case that she sent in. There's apparently records of dozens and dozens and dozens of phone calls at night because that's when their schedules align. I don't have work meetings at night with women when my schedule aligns, okay? Because that's the only time I have. You're a football coach, bro. Kids are in class. You ain't doing shit in the middle of the day. We know she ain't doing that much, right? You ain't that busy. If you had a meeting to discuss when you're going to come in and talk to the players, that's a text. That's an email. That ain't a half-hour conversation every other week on the phone at night talking about your family and friends and personal things. That's a relationship. That's a relationship. Okay? So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? And again, I could be wrong on this one, but having been through something similar, I don't think I'm wrong on this one. I think I see this one pretty clearly. I think hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. I think I think he tried to call her bluff and she wasn't having it. I think she said, pick your wife or pick me. And he said, bet, I'm picking my wife. She said, you pick your wife, I'm going to ruin you. He said, you ain't going to do shit. She did. Now we're here. Guys, I don't see it any other way. I don't see it any other way. I don't think there's any possible scenario where he's that dumb that they were talking that much and she didn't put on like some of the, go read this article, guys, go read it and tell me what you think. Cause like some of the verbiage that she uses, like she was real comfortable with him. There ain't no way that you weren't on those phone calls flirting, telling him, ooh, things I did. Like there ain't no way that some dude just, I'll tell you what, I have never, ever, and I have a long past of doing a lot of risque things, to say the least, right? Like I'm not sitting here from the hierarchy talking down to these people. I'm saying from my personal experience, I have, done a lot of things with the opposite gender, right? Because there's only two of them, in case you didn't know. But I love women, and my entire life I've loved women. It's something that I've struggled with my whole life, and I've my belt doesn't have notches. It's just blown out, right? So, but I'll tell you what, in my experience, I have never in my life Jade my D on the phone, let alone Jade my D on the phone with a stranger. I wouldn't even do that. Like if my wife was gone for like a couple weeks, right? And like we were but I'd be on video. Like I wouldn't just be sitting there rubbing one out to her voice. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, and again, I think like, I'll bet you both sides have some pictures too. I'm just saying, if Mel is, he's an older guy. He probably doesn't understand how deleting things actually works. She's probably got some stuff on him. He might have some stuff on her. I don't know, guys. I'm telling you what, this screams side piece to me. But I'd be curious what you guys think. If you don't know who I am, I'm Aaron Nash. I like sports. I like wine. I like working out. I own some gyms. I own a supplement company. And I want to start reacting to news and talking about stuff that I care about. This story, personally, for me, I couldn't let this one pass up. So this is going to be my first reaction video. I want to know what you guys think in the comments, though. And obviously, like, subscribe, hang out with me. I want to grow this channel, but I need your help. Let me know what you think down below. I'll see you in the next one.